Welcome everybody back to the Grand Summit. I'm Edie Kilchenstein for an all levels yoga class. And just so you know, if you're new to this, I will be mirroring you. So I will be telling you to use your right leg and it will be my left. So let's take a comfortable seat. Legs crossed, you can sit on a block if you have one, but just comfortable enough that you can settle down and start to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Just coming into the physical body, grounding down onto the earth, coming to your mat. And as you breathe in deeply and exhale deeply, just notice how you're feeling today as you sit on the mat. Let's softly close the eyes so that you can go inside and notice the breath. Watch it. Feel it. Fill up your body. And know that we are connected to everything all around us, from the universe to the tiniest little microscopic atoms. We are in connection. And we have a dynamic relationship with everything. And sometimes the relationship is commensal, which means that one party benefits without harming the other. For example, your gut flora. And most of the time we live in what's called a symbiotic relationship where both parties benefit. So you can think of your breathing as a symbiotic relationship with the trees. As we breathe in, they breathe out. And we live in this balanced economy within the whole. And then, of course, there's pathogenic relationships where one party harms the other. And we're always looking for balance. And obviously, we're out of balance pathogenically right now. So it's a good time in our yoga practice to seek balance everywhere else or everywhere we can. And so as you practice today, remember that everything in your body, all those cells, they're all working to help you get into those poses and to move and to breathe and to live and to be balanced in your life. So let's look for that balanced effort today. So we'll start with one round of Om, that beautiful energetic vibration that resonates in everything. We'll bring our hands together in prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Bring them in front of your heart. It's always nice to set an intention, so let's set a collective intention to seek balance wherever we can. We'll take a cleansing breath in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth, and together. Take a nice, deep, big, beautiful breath in. Allow your hands to come to rest on your thighs. Gently open your eyes. We'll start on our backs today, so make your way down to your back in a full morning stretch. So reaching out through the arms, out through the feet, really reach in two directions. I want you to take your attention to your belly. So think about moving the hips up and the lower ribs down so that you keep that curve in your lower back, but you gather energy right there in your belly. And we're going to hold that energy and we'll just lift up for 5 breaths. So squeeze the arms together, the legs together, the belly to the spine, and take 5 deep breaths. And if you can't, come down. And at the end of the 5th breath, come down. Take a breath. Shake it out. We're going to do it again. So think about hugging in, all your muscles contracting, coming up and taking that deep breath so you're holding yourself in that power. And on the 5th, come down, And release. And just sigh. And notice how it feels to be on the earth. And think about all the things that have to happen for you to do this one more time. All the things that have to work in relationship to just get you into this position. And release. So bend both knees, hold them in your hands, just rock across your sacrum. That's that small triangular bone at the base of your body, back. And we'll take both legs to the mat. Take the left ankle over the right knee. Reach through the hole of the floor on both sides and clasp your shin. Not your chin, your shin. Really powerful, strong foot. From the hip, press out through the knee and press the hand into the shin and the shin into the hand. So there's your balanced effort. So things moving in two directions to hold you powerfully in the pose. Release the hands, clasp the hamstring. That's the big muscle on the back of your leg. Same thing. Press up to the ceiling. Press the hand into the muscle and the muscle into the hand. And you'll notice by creating that boundary and working together, you can open and expand more deeply into this stretch. And we'll release the foot to the floor. Hands come out to the side. Take the whole pose over to the right, so that that left foot is now on the floor and you can look to the left. So when I'm lying like this, I'm in the same body position you are. So I'll use left and right without mirroring. When I'm facing you, I will always mirror. So bear with me, because this is a new experience trying to figure it all out. Inhale, come on up. And we'll switch sides. So this time the right ankle comes over the left knee. Reach through the figure four, clasp your shin, and really take the bind. So in yoga, oftentimes you see yogis who are all wrapped up in binds, and they use that as a form of boundary to push against so that you can get deeper. And just breathe here and say hello to your hips. And we'll release. Take the hands to the outside of the hamstring. Press the heel up towards the ceiling. From this hip, reach out through the knee and keep your foot really active too. So this is an active stretch. We're not just on vacation here. Foot comes to the mat. The whole body shifts to the left. Arms come out wide. Look to the right. So you're in this supine twist, opening up all through the length of your body here. Inhale, come back to center. And we'll just take a happy baby. So the arms come inside the knees, outside the feet, and just press. Feet into hands, pull hands back to feet. See if you can lengthen out through the spine. These are hip openers, so we're going to get grounded and into our hips. That will help us feel balanced. Even when the world may be out of balance, we can at least find our own balance. And we'll release, cross one leg over the other, hands on your knees, and we'll rock forward and back until we're sitting. So you can do it as many times as feels good. It's kind of fun, like 2 or 3 times. And then just come to sit. And let's start with the left leg bent and the right leg just over the shin here. We'll take the right arm behind, and for a gentle twist, just hook your knee into the crook of your elbow. Take a big breath in, and as you turn to the right, exhale. So the right hip's going to move forward, the left hip will move back. You want a stable foundation to turn around the spine rather than twisting your spine. So yoga is hopefully a beneficial and balanced relationship in your life. We can always, take anything into an unbalanced state, but yoga is what we use to try to get back to balance. And we'll come back and we'll just switch sides. So this time the right leg comes in front, left over the shin, left arm behind, and just crook the elbow here. And from here, we'll just take the left knee into the right arch, turn and face that right knee, so you're on a diagonal, and walk off for a forward fold here. If your head can come to the mat, great. Doesn't have to. If it does, roll across your third eye there. That's your intuition. We'll wake it up a little bit. This is called fallen angel. So think of your arms as your wings, and just embracing you and holding you softly in this forward fold. Will also help stretch out your side. And we'll come up and we'll take the other side. So just switch the legs. Turn so that you're facing over the left knee this time. So you're really on the diagonal, reaching out forward. And again, maybe your head comes to the mat. Maybe it doesn't, but wherever you are, just notice how it feels. And be okay with that. Feel balanced rather than stressed or pushing, because we want to enjoy this. You'll never come back to your mat if you don't enjoy it. And inhale, come on back up. And we'll make our way to hands and knees. So wrists over shoulders over wrists, and knees are slightly behind the hips. Just take some cat-cow. So as you inhale, you look up like you're a mooing cow. As you exhale, you puff up like a cat. And just follow your breath for the full length, opening up the body, sending the message to your central nervous system and your spine that it's all okay. Everything's good. Get everything, all those synapses firing. And you can even move around. And we'll come back to a neutral spine. Take the knees wide, toes together, press back, child's pose. So hips move back over heels, head comes to the mat. Roll across your third eye. Take 3 good breaths here. Just opening up, and you can even come up on tippy fingers and reach back and forward so that you can feel that stretch. Opening up the big muscles and the big tendons that hold your body, the upper half and the lower half together. And we'll come on back up. Let's just sit on the knees for a minute. And so for a little change of pace today, we'll do a moon salute instead of a sun salute. So Chandra Namaskar, it's called in Sanskrit. So we'll come up to the knees. I'm going to do this facing you because I think it'll be a little bit easier. Bring your hands to prayer pose. On an inhale, step the right foot forward. Extend the arms out. And then we'll exhale. Open wide. And we'll take a twist to the left. Inhale, come up. Take a twist to the right. I'm going to walk you through this, and then we'll do it quicker, and we'll do it to the breath. Inhale, come up. We'll open to the right. Come back to center. Open to the left. Come back to center. Come back to front, hands come together, back to your knees. Forward, hands and knees. And then back to downward facing dog. Take the right leg up, back, and behind. Really, really reach it. Then bring it down. Take the left leg up, back, and behind. Really reach, strongly press through the hands, reach through the feet. Come forward past the wrists, and then back to plank. We'll look to the right, come back to center, look to the left, come back to center, hands and knees, press back, child's pose. 3 breaths. Inhale, come on back up. Come up to hands and knees. And we'll take the left leg forward. Arms come forward. Big breath in. Exhale. Arms go wide. And we'll come up. Inhale to the right. Come back to center. And we'll go to the left. Inhale, back to center, open wide to the left, and back to center, and then open wide to the right. Back to center, hands come together, prayer pose, and sit. Inhale forward to hands and knees and move back, downward facing dog. This time left leg reaches up first and down, then the right leg. Up and down. Forward all the way past the wrists. You can even bring it into an up dog, a modified up dog. Exhale back to plank. Look to the left, come back to center, look to the right, back to center, hands and knees, press back, child's pose, 3 deep breaths. So we are in balance with the moon as much as we are with the sun, so we need to honor that. And as women, we all know that the moon can take us for a little ride. So we want to always try to stay in balance with that. So we'll do this again, but we'll do it on the breath. So if it's too fast, just come in and out where it feels right. But I want to show you how it works with the breath and the movement in balance with the breath, because that's yoga. So inhale, right leg forward, hands come out. Exhale, open. Inhale. Look left. Exhale, come up. Inhale, look right. Exhale, up. Inhale, right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, forward. Exhale, to your knees. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, past the wrists. Exhale, plank. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, knees. Exhale, child's pose. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, come on up. One more side. Up to your knees. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach to the left. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach to the right. Sorry, I did that backwards. Inhale, up. Inhale, open left. Exhale, back. Inhale, open right. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, to your knees. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, forward past plank to a modified up dog. Exhale, plank. This time, inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale to child's pose. And take 3 well-deserved breaths there. Think about what went right. Think about all the things that go into movement that way to find the balance. And we'll come forward, hands and knees, back to downward facing dog. And just walk your way to the front of the mat to Uttanasana, forward facing fold. You can shake your head out, bend and straighten your knees. We'll bring our hands to the hips, elbows point to the sky, bend the knees, root down, rise up. Hands at heart center. Inhale, reach up. Let's take the left hand, elbow points to the sky, right arm comes across, and just take a nice stretch to the right, stretch to the left. Inhale, come up, and we'll switch. Right arm pats yourself on the back, left hand to the elbow. Big stretch to the left, stretch to the right. Inhale, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Step the left foot back and bring the left knee to the mat, and we'll just heel toe the foot so it's right in the front. We'll take what we call atomic pigeon. So come on over onto the pinky side of the toe, hands come in front of the knee and the foot, and really root through the knife edge of your foot there. So the back knee is moving forward and down, and you're really pressing from the hip out through the knee and down through the foot. And you don't want to sickle here. So if you have smiles in your ankle, press through the big toes so that the foot is straight. So your hip, your knee may not come to the ground. Mine certainly doesn't. It's just a very intense hip opener. So be kind. And come back to center. So the foot's in the center, and just reach back. Pull the toes up off the earth, really drag the heel there. And you can come all the way back to that back heel if it works, or you can stay up here. It's a half runner stretch, half Ardha Hanumanasana. And come forward, plant the hands, pick up the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. We'll come forward past plank. Exhale back to plank, knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes, come up into cobra, exhale back, down dog. My mat is having some struggles here. And we'll make our way to the front of the mat. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and we'll take that stretch again. So pat yourself on the back with the left arm. Reach to one side, reach to the other, come up, take the other side, come up, exhale all the way down. This time the right leg steps back, comes back to the back knee, and just Move the foot to the center of the mat. Come to the knife edge. You'll notice my hands are in front of the shin, and you want to roll forward on that back knee and down. Really rooting through, keeping the smiles out of your ankle. You should feel this deeply in the hip, in the left hip. You can move around if that helps. Like, notice what works, what doesn't for your body. And we'll come back, so that heel toe, that foot, so it's in the center, and reach back for that half runner stretch. Inhale, come forward, plant the hands, step back, down dog. And we'll take that vinyasa forward to a modified up dog. Back to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Ashtangasana. Undo the toes. Root through the knees, the toes. Come on up. Cobra, Bhujangasana. And exhale back. Down dog. Walk to the front of your mat. Bend through the knees. Ooh, rise up. Hands come together at your heart space. Close your eyes and just notice how you feel. Because my mats are on a rug, they sometimes bunch up. So you may find that same problem. And you may find standing poses can be more difficult on a rug too, because it's just not quite as sturdy. So always have a wall nearby so that you can, you know, you need balance, that will help you. So let's take a wide step. So you're in this big wide star. Take a breath. Open to all the possibilities, all the things in your life that are interacting right this second to keep you right here. And we'll bend the knees, come down, hands to the mat, both knees are bent deeply. So we'll take a deep knee bend here. There's a couple of bus stops, you can just move side to side here, but I wanted to take it a little bit deeper. So let's bend into the right knee first. Take the left hand and point the fingers behind you so that your upper arm and your upper leg touch each other and just roll onto the heel. And then you can bring the right hand inside the right knee and just press everything together. So that's the boundary and the balance effort that you're doing. Arm to leg, leg to arm. And then we'll come up and do the other side. So you may have to finagle a little bit as to where it works for you. I like the upper arm inside the upper thigh because you can really dig in there and open it up. So as you press them together, they give you that boundary that opens you up. It's kind of like blowing up a balloon. And as you exhale, you can expand into this. And inhale. Let's take one more on each side, just so you can see how it feels once the body learns where it needs to be. So, as we search for balance worldwide right now for this pathogen, come on back to center and root through the knees, rise up. We know, we hope, that our medical community will find the balance that will take us out of this pandemic. So we'll come to triangle pose on this side, but we'll take it as a flow. So, right toes face forward, and the back foot is parallel, the outside edge is parallel with the back edge of the mat. So we'll take 5 dips between triangle and reverse triangle to maybe get to the floor. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and if you don't get to the floor, who cares? 4, but you might, by doing it this way, you might find that you get there. And if you do get there, just hold it. and enjoy it. Now we'll come up and we'll take warrior two. So front knee is bent. And we'll take a little bit of a flow here. So as you come forward, take that right arm back, the left arm over, and then opposite. Three, four, and when we come down to five, let's just take the elbow to the knee and come in and pause in that side angle pose, Parsvakonasana. And just notice how it feels to be static in it as opposed to moving. Inhale, come up, take a breath. Take another one, just open. We say open to grace, but it just means open to all the possibilities, everything right here, right now. And we'll take that same flow on the other side, and this could just be the best triangle ever. So inhale, and up for one, and two. Reaching for the floor, reaching back, three, four, and maybe five takes you all the way there. If it doesn't, you can stay right here, wherever it works for you. But make it yours and enjoy it. Find the balance, find the part that makes you want to do this again. And then inhale, come up. We'll take warrior two, and we'll take that flow to side angle pose. So inhale up, exhale down, and up, and down, up, and down, up, down. One more, up. This time we bring the forearm to the shin and really reach it out. Inhale, come back to center. All 10 toes face me. Take your heels in. Bring your hands to your knees and just take a breath. We'll take a shoulder stretch. So stretch the left shoulder to the right knee. Right shoulder to the left knee. This is really good for your energy. Will help keep all those energy flows up and down your spine, moving in a braid and moving across each other instead of up and down. And we'll come back to center, back to equal standing. So, if you have a wall nearby, we're going to move to the wall. I'm not going to move my mats, but I would recommend that you move your mat. And we'll just take a quick handstand. And if this is like, no, you can just sit this one out and do the exercise. Because we'll start just with one foot on the wall, that you can bend your knee. As we bend, we reach up and reach up. So you can just do this. Gives you the same feeling of going up, but a little bit safer. Switch sides. We definitely want our heart and our mind and our body to be thinking together. We don't want them out of balance. And then when you come to the wall, you can be quite close to the wall. You don't want to hit your head on it, but you want to be close enough that your feet will reach the wall, and your hands are roughly shoulder width apart, and you want your shoulders over your wrists. You bring one foot forward, and we'll just swing one leg up and switch in the air. And maybe you catch the balance, maybe you don't. This is just an interlude, so have fun with it. Just see how it goes. I love handstand. It mixes you all up. It takes you out of your comfort zone, so I like to throw it in there. But while we're at the wall, we'll do a balance pose. So just take a hand loosely to the wall, and we'll use we'll root down into the outside leg. So take the inside ankle over the knee. Stick your booty way, way, way out. Bend into the knees. Maybe you can get your arm outside the shin. Maybe you can even get your fingertips to the mat. And if you can, maybe the other one comes to the mat too. But this is pretty intense hip opener, so be nice to yourself. This foot is really powerful and strong. You're rooting through that big ball mound of your big toe. Stick the booty out. Now bring the hand back to the wall. Come on up. And we'll just slide the leg over. We'll come to an eagle pose. So the foot can just kickstand over here and you bend both knees a lot. You could take the foot up, or you could even wrap it around that back leg. See what works. And this could be it. Maybe you can reach down. Or if you want a little more, because whatever leg's on top, take that arm underneath. And maybe reach, reach, reach down, elbows towards knees. Garudasana, eagle pose. And again, you can always let go and hold on to the wall. Let's come back up, let it go, and come back into that figure four again, and just see if maybe now it's a little bit more available. And maybe your palms come to the mat, and you can hug that upper arm with your toes. And we'll release. Shake it out. Let it all go. And we'll take the other side. So hand on the wall. Rooting into the outside leg. Take the inside ankle to the knee. Stick your booty out. Don't be afraid. Really powerful foot. You can even hold it if you want to. Arm comes outside the shin. Fingers to the mat, maybe. And if you get one hand to the mat, maybe you can get the other one. Bend into the knees, really stick your booty out. This is a very intense hip flex, hip stretch. So be kind. We'll take the hand back to the wall, come up, and just let that knee slide over and either kickstand, lift it, or hook it. But make sure you're squeezing the legs together, like hugging in, so much so that it even lifts you up. And again, this could be it. Or maybe top leg means arm goes under, and maybe you can bring it down. And if that's just crazy, just release one arm and take it to the wall. Because it's about balance here. We're trying to balance, but we need to balance the way that it works for us. Come on up. Come back to that figure four. Even take your hand to your foot to remind you that it's a really powerful foot. And maybe you found a little bit more room and you can go right onto the palms. I know it's a lot. Come on up. Release the foot. Shake it out. And just notice what went right. And we'll come to the front of the mat. I'm going to come too close for you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Step back, down dog. And we'll take the right leg up, back, and behind and bring it into pigeon prep. So you've been in this position a lot today, opening the hips. Opening your hips feels grounding and balancing. So I think it's a good way to come to the mat to seek balance when we're living in so out of balance with this virus. And just breathing here. And then we'll sit on over onto that right hip. Bring the left leg around, release the foot, and just cross the ankle over the knee. So right ankle over left knee. So we'll take the left hand to the ankle and the right hand over and just take 3 deep breaths here. So this is another energy balancer that when you're feeling that things are, the relationship is with your body or whatever, how you're feeling is, you know, out of control, this will help ground you. And then we'll just reach back, take that bottom leg under, and come back down onto the foot. And of course, if this is too much for you, just keep the leg out front. And we'll take a twist. We took this same twist earlier in the practice, but we'll take it a little deeper. So the right arm comes up behind you, left arm reaches up, and this time the elbow comes outside the knee. Take a big breath in, get long and bright. Exhale, soften, and turn. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll just take that knee slightly farther across for Gomukhasana or cow face pose. So this could be really hard. You might want to come up onto your knees and sit back down or sit on something underneath your hips. This is a tough pose, so if you're really struggling, try this in your life, like to watch TV or something. If the right leg's on top, we'll take the left arm up, and remember how we had our arm up like this? Take this up, right arm, thumb points down, come up the back. Maybe you can reach your hands together in the back. If not, just wherever they go is fine. And breathe here. And we'll release, come up on your knees, tuck your toes. And I want you to squeeze your legs together so much and walk your hands back that maybe you can come to stand on your knees. And this could be it, and you might need to keep your hands down there. But if you can, right leg's in front, that means the right arm comes under. Here we are in Garudasana again. And you can release it. Step back, downward facing dog. If you want a vinyasa, take one. That would be forward, past push-up, to plank, knees, chest, chin, cobra, and back. But always feel free to just take down dog or even a child's pose. And this time we'll take the left leg up and forward into pigeon prep. So Ekapada Raja Kapotasana prep. And again, that back knee moves forward and down. Really press through the toenail side. If you can get your foot across, press into the pinky toe. I can't do that. This is a hard pose for me. So go to where it feels good, not where you're breathing hard and you can't talk and you're just trying to get out, because that's pathogenic. That's not happy. We're looking for good, dynamic, healthy relationship. And sit onto the hip. Bring the right leg around, release the foot, come to sit. Right hand to the ankle, left hand to the foot. And we'll just take those 4 breaths to get grounded back onto the mat. Because sometimes when we work hard, we get flighty and end up leaving the body. And we'll lean back. Take the right leg under, left foot down. Left arm comes up, right arm reaches up, elbow outside knee. And we'll inhale to unwind, and we'll come back into that Gomukhasana. So you might have to lean forward to get your knees together. Your feet might have to be really close, or maybe they're farther out. And if it's absolutely horrifying, you know, don't do it. But this is a big hip opener. So talk to your hips, be like, okay, it's only for a couple seconds. So the left leg's on top, so we take the right arm up. Left arm comes out, thumb down, maybe reach back and reach the hands together. I'm not even close, you guys. I've never been able to do this in 20 years of yoga, so it is what it is. I used to try really hard to do it, and now I just honor where my body is. And release. Come forward onto your knees. Tuck the toes. Squeeze your legs together. Come back up onto the pinky fingers, tippy fingers. It's really powerful core engagement, rooting the tailbone down, squeezing the legs together. So think of you're gathering everything, all your energy into the center. Left leg's on top, so left arm is under. And be like, yee-haw, you're an eagle. See if you can take 3 or 4 breaths here. And then, whoo, come out and take a seat. So, we've been working, just shake it out. We've been working towards a pose, Agni Stambhasana, which is fire log pose, and it is fire log pose because it's a powerful, burning, strong pose, and so it helps burn out places where you're out of balance. So we'll start on the right side. So bring the right shin so it's roughly parallel with the front edge of your mat. Take the left arm inside the knee. Remember how we were in Happy Baby, same leg. And just rock across your hips here. So take it forward and back and in and out. And the next time you find yourself way over here, come back, place the ankle on the knee, and squeeze that left glute towards the center. And maybe this knee will come to this ankle. It might not, it might be way up here. That's okay. I want you to turn towards that and maybe from the hip, reach out through the knee and you can come to this pose. If this is really easy and comfortable for you, some people find this very easy. Maybe bring, remember how we had the arms in front of the shin? Here we are again. Just a different iteration of it. And try to breathe. See if you can take at least one strong inhale and exhale so that the body gets the message that you're okay. Hoo yeah, Agni Stambhasana. Shake it out. And we'll take the other side. And this could be your chocolate side. It could be totally easy and who knows. And for some of you, you may sit like this to watch TV. I don't know. It doesn't come easily for me. So shin parallel. Take the right leg and just lubricate the hip. It should be pretty good because we've been doing a lot of hip openers. Bring it across. This glute back here, this right glute is really important. Squeeze it in towards the midline. Really powerful feet. Press your hands into your feet. That might help. And if you turn towards that right knee, it might even get it a little bit farther towards that ankle. And once you get there, see if you can breathe. And if you can breathe, maybe you can get your hands in front of the shin. I like to put my palms up because it's, you know, receiving, like, oh, help me, help me, help me. Feel this pose and not want to leap out of it. We hold fight or flight in our hips. So if your inclination is to spring out of this and run as far away as you can, that's why. Inhale, come up, shake it out. You did it. Find your way to your back. Knees bent, feet as wide as the mat. And just take both knees to one side and then pick them up and take them to the other. It's like a windshield wiper. So you can do this fast or you can do it slow, whatever feels good. Just resetting everything. We'll come back to the center. Feet are roughly hip-width distance apart. If you can get them to right about where your fingers touch your heels, great, but don't worry if you can't. Root down into the back of your head, your shoulders, the backs of your arms, and come up into a bridge. You can even have your arms pointing, your fingers pointing to the ceiling, that helps. And press, press, press into the back of your head and out through your knees. If you want, you can interlace the fingers underneath and pick one shoulder up and then the other. Up to you. And then come down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. You can take a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Take a couple of deep breaths. Just saying thank you to your breath for breathing you, even when you're not paying attention. Our yoga makes us pay attention to the breath and match the physical movement, but we're breathing whether we're paying attention or not. Otherwise, we're dead. And come back, we'll set up for a second bridge. So this time, come on up when you're ready. And this time, heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat and lift the left straight up into the air. So really rooting up through the foot like you could stamp onto the ceiling. Hold that and just bring the whole pose down to the mat. Let's cross the ankle over the knee again. Here we are, back in figure 4. Take that foot over to the right and just stomp that left foot onto the right, look to the left. And just notice if all the work you've done has given you a little bit more flexibility and freedom and balance in your hips. Inhale, come back to center. We'll set back up for a bridge again. So when you're ready, come on up. Really rooting through the back of your head and your shoulders out through the knees, heel toe the right foot in, bring the left knee in and up. And of course you can always skip this, or you can just do this. And you can do it down on the ground too. But in any event, we're going to bring that whole hip down with the leg up. Cross the ankle. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Cross the ankle. And take the whole pose to the left this time. Look to the right. Make sure you do both legs. Inhale, come back, release the feet back, and just take one more bridge just because it feels good. Inhale, come down, and we'll just turn over onto your side so that you're at like a 90-degree angle. Arm is straight out in front of you. So I'm on my left side here, so I'm facing you. And take the top arm into Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. And we'll take sweeps. Try to keep the hand on the floor as you just sweep it open around. And it might not be the most comfortable. And you can go where, if there's places that you want to stop and feel, by all means, take your time and let that open. We spend a lot of time computing and leaning forward, so opening up into the shoulders is a really good thing. And when you hit the 5th time, we're just going to stay open. So just keep it open and look over at that top arm. And we'll come back to center and take the other side. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing you. So again, the arm is out straight, knees are at a 40-degree angle, 90-degree angle. So your top arm on top and just sweep it out. Big, wide circle, seeing if you can keep the fingertips on the floor. And on the 5th one, stay open, look out past that hand. If you're finding that it's tight in your lower back, squeeze the upper thighs together. See if you can find length in those lower vertebrae. Inhale, come back to center. Take any poses, any final pose that you think you need before we come to Shavasana. In Shavasana, the legs come out straight. You just allow the ankles and the feet to float open. Hands are at your side. Palms face up. And just close your eyes and settle down into the mat, allowing everything you've done today to saturate and just infuse your whole body with that beautiful, contented energy that you have cultivated today in the balance that you found in your practice between your heart, your mind, your body. So even in the chaos, or even in pandemic, when relationships can get completely out of balance, we can find balance where we can. So just allow your breath to seek its own natural course. Feel the earth supporting you, that living, dynamic, huge, gorgeous, supportive Mother Earth holds you steady. And the gravity keeps you there. But the front of your body is open to the rest, to the sky, to the atmosphere, to the rest of the universe. So we are in this beautiful, dynamic, constant balance. Remember, Shavasana is a time to really lay and do nothing. Don't cheat yourself out of this final resting pose, this corpse pose. It's what holds all the rest of the practice together. It's kind of like sleep. They know for athletes especially that sleep is vitally important to the balance of performance, and Shavasana is vital to your practice. So I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you're home, to not leap up off the mat as soon as you're done, but offer and give this to yourself as a gift. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you Allow your awareness to come back to the physical body. The breath will deepen. Small movements with your fingers and toes. You can roll your head side to side. Just reawakening with kindness and awareness to keep that beautiful balance. You can bend your knees, lift the arms over your head. Take a breath or two, find your way to one side or the other in a fetal position. And just pause for a breath there of gratitude for your physical body, for everything it does for you, with you in relationship, when we're paying attention and even when we're not. And just send it a little bit of loving kindness and for working with you on the mat today. The hand that's closest to your heart, press up, come back to a seat. And we'll close our practice with a final round of Om, because it will join us energetically from near and far. And our voice joins that river of sound that's been chanted for generations, thousands of years. Bring your hands together in prayer pose. Anjali Mudra, bring them up to your heart. Bow to your heart. Bow to that intention we set to find balance where we can. And we'll take a cleansing breath in through the nose, side out through the mouth, and together. I bow to the light, the beautiful balance in you that's also in me. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.